Hey guys, you're welcome back to Ezinne's Kitchen. You're very welcome. If you are new here, a warm welcome to you. Thanks for stopping by. So on today's episode, I'll be making this mouth-watering Nigerian jollof rice. So without wasting much of your time, let's delve into the video. So guys, to get started, I'll be needing my fresh onions, ginger, garlic, fresh tomatoes, my red habanero pepper, long sweet pepper, and red bell pepper. I have my chili pepper in there as well. So I prepped everything, washed everything thoroughly, and I'm going to be using my food processor to blend that smoothly. You can as well make use of your blender. And that's it guys, I am done with the blending. I'll go ahead and transfer that into my glass bowl and I'll be setting that aside. And that is done. Moving over to the next stage, I have my already washed and cleaned chicken inside this pot. I'm using soft chicken for this recipe. I'll go ahead and start seasoning. So I added my chicken seasoning powder, my bouillon powder, my grated garlic and grated ginger. I'll be adding my coriander powder as well. Next comes my onions, seasoning cube, salt. I'll be adding some fresh rosemary and fresh thyme to that. When I'm done with adding everything, I'm going to go ahead and introduce just a little bit amount of water to this. Remember, chicken produces its own water while cooking, so I'll be adding just a little bit of water and I'm going to stir everything very well to combine. I'll cover my pot and let this cook on a medium heat for 20 minutes. While the chicken is cooking, I'll go ahead and introduce my vegetable oil into my clean pot and I'll be adding our blended tomatoes and peppers to this. I'm gonna stir well and leave to fry for at least 10 to 20 minutes. Please keep checking on it to avoid burning. So guys, our chicken is done cooking. I'll go ahead and separate the chicken from the stock. When I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and sift the stock as well. Please do not add the stock just the way it is into your pot to avoid biting into all these herbs we used in cooking the meat, okay? So I'll sift very well to have a very smooth stock. And that is done. I'll go ahead and set that aside. So moving over to the next stage, our tomato has been frying for 10 to 12 minutes now. It's time for me to introduce my tomato paste. And I'll be making use of my tasty Tom Jollof mix tomato paste. Make use of any tomato paste of your choice. This has a very good aroma, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and introduce that into my pot. I'll mix everything thoroughly to combine and I'm going to cover my pot halfway and let this fry for at least 7 to 8 minutes. And this is 7 minutes after guys. As you can see, the tomato is boiling nicely, so it's ready to accept the rest of the ingredients, okay? So to this I added my nutmeg powder, bouillon powder, curry powder, and some bay leaves. I'll be adding seasoning cube and salt as well. So when I'm done, I'm going to introduce my chicken stock, mix everything thoroughly to combine, and I'll be adding my pre-cooked long basmati rice. You can add yours just the way it is without pre-cooking it. It all depends on what you want, but personally I love parboiling my rice before introducing into my sauce, okay? So I'm going to introduce my water to that, mix everything thoroughly. At this point, you can taste for salt or seasoning. If you need to adjust, please feel free to do that, okay? So I'm going to be covering this with my foil. This is going to make the heat to be trapped, yeah? Making it to cook homogeneously, okay? I'll be cooking this on a medium heat for 10 to 20 minutes. And 20 minutes later, I checked, guys, and the rice is not yet ready. As a matter of fact, it needs more water. So I introduced just a little bit of water to that to loosen it up. And I'll cover my pot and let this continue cooking till the water dries up, but not too dried. I don't like eating dried jollof rice. Not that I love soggy jollof rice, so I don't like soggy ones as well, but it must be in between, okay? When my rice falls 1-1, I don't really enjoy it. I don't know about you. Just make what suits you, okay? So guys, this is 7 minutes later. As you can see, our rice is dried, okay? It's 70 to 80% dried, yeah? So I introduced my pepper sauce at this moment. This is very spicy. If you want to check my page on how to make pepper chicken, I have a video on that. Please do check it out, okay? So I'm going to mix this thoroughly to combine. Yeah, this is not soggy, guys. When this rice cools a little bit, it's going to appear beautiful. I don't like having dried rice. No. When my jollof rice appears dry, I won't enjoy it, and it shouldn't appear soggy as well. This is the right consistency that I want to have. So I'm enjoying mine with my pepper chicken. If you want to know how I made this recipe, I have my pepper chicken recipe on my page. Please do well to check it out, okay? So guys, thank you so much for staying with me throughout this episode. I truly appreciate. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye.